Hey everyone, this is Mika Coleman with Tax Deed and Overage Education. And today I'm going to cover two things. I'm going to cover tax sales, and I'm also going to cover um, excess proceeds, which is also known as overages. As you guys can see, this is October 1st. And I love the fact that this county says that it was last updated, which is today, September 30th at 9:40, because as you guys know, last week I was looking at Dallas, and sometimes when I find different deals, or I find different areas where I think that there's good properties for a low amount, I'll try to set my online presence on an automation, and then I'll fly to another state, because as you guys can see, this is in Georgia. I get a lot of people asking me, what about Georgia? And so I decided to do this video on a specific county. It's called Halls County. Um, this is one of the fastest growing cities in Georgia. I also feel like if you are going to be investing in tax deeds, it's really good to kind of get information on where you're going to be investing. So I'm going to give you the pros first, and then I'm going to give you the cons about this particular county. As you guys can see, these amounts are super small, and you're going to be blown away when I show you some of the properties that are on here. But as you guys can see, they're starting as low as, I believe, like $500. And of course, to be completely transparent, they're not going to go for 500. However, you still can buy these properties for less than 10,000. And how would I know that? Is because I went and saw the results of the previous auction, which was like 2,000, 3,000. Some of them were a little out of control, but um, not too far off, meaning like, this one, if it's at 500, I seen stuff that was the minimum bid at 500 and it sold for like 2 or 3,000. So one of the things I want to say is that what I love about Georgia is that you can buy nice properties, and I'll go into some of these. I'll start with this one because I kind of did some research on it. I think this was like 5 acres. So one of the things that I do when I'm looking at a list is, first you would look at, okay, how much am I willing to spend? So you would look at which ones you would want to bid on. So like, let's just say, of course, if you only have like 5,000, you're going to start with the lowest ones. You're not going to probably start with, wow. And I was going to say, you don't want to start with the minimum bids. That's 5,000. But this list, they don't even have any properties for 5,000. They all start, I think the highest I've seen on here is 3,400. So like, if you had 5,000, I probably wouldn't go for this one. That's 3,400. But like, if you have 5,000 and you want to get 5 properties, I would suggest starting off with these ones for 500. And so, where was I at? I was at this one. My max budget is 10. So I was looking at this one. So what you want to do is you would take this property address, right? And you just do copy. Now you could do 2 things. You could copy this, or you could search for Google. I'm just going to copy it, and I put it in the county's assessors because I want to see um, the legal description on the property. I want to see like what it's zoned for. A lot of people, when they're buying property, they don't know the zoning. There's a lot of things that you need to know, and it depends on if you are going to resell it, if you are going to build on it, or if you're going to wholesale it, or give it to sell it to a developer, or sell it to um, a mom and pop builder, or if you're just going to hold it. So you want to look at the county assessors, and you want to get a report. So I clicked on this property, and remember, this one starts at 1,700, and it probably go for maybe 5 grand. Who knows? Just really depends on who's at the auction. But as you guys can see right here, it says that for the minimum bid is 1,700, and it's a 5 acre. It's a 5.26, so almost 6 acres, 5 1/4. Also, too, you'll see right here where it says R4. I like that it tells you that it's a residential. Now, the zoning is something you also want to look at, but the good thing is that it's underneath the class residential, which means you could build houses. Now, we would have to go into further detail to know what the zoning ARIV means. That's also important because you want to know that not only for tax purposes, but if you're going to be reselling. The second thing I noticed is that it is in a rural area, and it once had a single family detached, and it used to have a 1,200 square foot home. So these are some of the things that was built on the property. At the current time, it says that the value is 4,300 and the condition is fair. So this is saying that it's 5 acres, it has a house on it, and the value is 4,300. Now I don't know about you, but I'm like, okay, if I got this for 5 grand and the value is 43,000, this is a pretty good deal because you could sell it for, let's say, 20,000, depending upon what the house looks like. So let me just go back to this list, and not that list, this list, and I'm just going to go like that, and I'm going to search on Google. Now, wow, look at this. It brings it up. Well, this is Zillow, by the way, you guys. Now, what happened to the house? Did my eyes just forsake me? Okay. Now, this looks like this was a house. But let's see. Let's look at this. This is also too good. So normally I go here first. I go here and I kind of like just look around. I look on Google and I'd be like, okay, there's no sidewalks, but this is like country road. And so I'm like really trying to find where 4276 Harmony. I went too far, you guys, because let's see, we need to go back. Oh, I don't know how to go back. We want to go this way. There we go. I'm trying to find 4276 Harmony, Google. So now I went too far. As you guys can see, I have it up here in the search, but down here it's saying what direction I'm going. So how do I turn this around? I want to turn this around because I need to go this way. So I can't really find it on Google Maps, but this really gives you an idea of the vicinity of the area. It does look like country road, but it doesn't look super rural because you can see there's actually houses and there's paved roads. What you don't want to think, you don't want to, oh wait, but there is a house right here. Wait, let's see if this is it. Is this 4276? No, see, it's saying 4174. So this is what my day looks like, guys. I'm trying to, look at stuff far away, like, because I'm not there. Okay, so we're going to go back here to the list, and then I'm just going to go here, search for Google again, and then I'm going to go to Zillow. So these are all the things that you can do from your home before you even get there to see if it's worth flying there or even worth investing. Now, for those of you that don't have time, you can, of course, I'm sorry, guys. Wait, hold on. Now, that's not what I clicked. Come on. Realtor.com. I said 4276. This is not it. Now, we just looked on Google Maps. See, that's why you have to, let me look on Zillow because Realtor.com is playing games. Okay, see, this looks a little bit more accurate for what we just saw on Google Maps. And then it gives you a little, view of where it is. So that's probably why we couldn't see it on the street from Google. So this is how I really do my research. And they're saying this estimate is 169. Now, for those that don't know, this is the ARV, which I feel like Zillow is oftentimes very conservative, meaning they give it at the lower end and it's not the actual comps in the area. But, for the sake of this conversation, they're saying that the off market, the Zestimate value is 169, sorry. And we see that this opening bid is 1,700. So if you got this for 5,000, would it be worth it? Absolutely. I lost my train of thought. I was going to say something earlier about these, what was I going to say? I forgot. Sorry. Anyway, what I want you guys to get is this is how like I determine if this is a good property or, how much I'm going to bid. That's what I was going to say. So, depending upon what you're going to do with the property would determine your maximum bid amount. So, if it was me, I would I probably wouldn't go more than 5,000 because it's land and I haven't had a chance to see it. And I do things at a spur of a moment because I've been working in my own backyard in Dallas, but I did see some good things in this on this list. So let's just try another one. But what made me not go here is because what people don't know is that they have a 1 year redemption period. And if you don't know what that means, I'm just going to look this one up. Oh, this one looks nice. Is that these homeowners, is this a mobile home? This looks like a mobile home. But that's what I love about Georgia. Look at all this land, you guys. This is amazing. I love it. But this looks like a mobile home. So I'm going to go back to the county and I'm going to look this property up to see if it's a mobile home or not. Oh, nope, I didn't save it right. But back to redemption periods. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little off track. The redemption period is 1 year. So what that means is that if you buy this at an auction, that the person has a year to come back and get this property. Of course, there is a percentage on it, but you can rent it out and you could fix it up. But would you really want to do that if they may come back in a year? So that's what's going to keep me away from Georgia because I don't want to be waiting a year. And on top of all of that, I live too far to be managing it. So for this particular property, it's on an acre, 1.31 acres. And did it have the zoning on here? The zoning is residential. I'm assuming the zoning AR5 is residential, but don't ever assume. You need to find out what that is if you decide to go there and invest. But what I'm looking at is, yeah, so there's a mobile home on this property. So just FYI, that was a mobile home, but it's sitting on 1.31 acres. Is this a decent deal? Absolutely. Now let's see. Did we pull up Google on this one? No, I don't think we did. Let me go here though. Oh, that's the property. So we looked it up. This is what it shows on Google. So this is the actual address, which that is a mobile home. It does look like it. So let's look it up on Zillow. I'm just going to copy this over here. So now that we know it's a mobile home, we know that it's 1 point something acres. Totally forgot that quick. And we're going to, how can I search this? I'm going to close this out. And now we're going to look up that property. See what Zillow says the value is. Oh, whoa. Wow, Zillow's not giving us. Zillow's not giving us a estimate. So what does that tell you? That tells me that nothing has sold in this area for a very long time because they can't even pull up comps. They have a rent and then they have the assess, which is the county assessors, which is at 26,000. So this one's a little bit suspect. I wouldn't know if I would want to do that because I don't have a solid number. But what I wanted you guys to get is that would this be a good investment? Now, for someone that's trying to hold, yes, because let's just say you invest 2,000. I get this question a lot. In the 1 year redemption period, what can you do? You can rent it out, you can lease it, you can ask the owner, are they coming back? So if they aren't coming back, you can move forward with renovations, but I really wouldn't trust that. I would get that in writing. But one of the things that I don't like about Georgia is that you have to wait a year. It has a year redemption, meaning that if you buy this, you could not really sell it. You could probably deed it over to an investor, but it couldn't go through title because title wouldn't give you a secure title on it, because there's not, I don't know, I don't want to say if it's a warranty deed because I don't know what kind of deeds they have in Georgia. But in order to sell it through title or through an attorney, you would have to wait that 1 year redemption period. Another thing I wanted to say was so when I'm looking at stuff like this too, I like to go to the excess proceeds, which is the overages. And as you guys can see, these are the overages for this county. A lot of people ask me, how do I feel about Georgia? And this is actually a good list, by the way, you guys. This is one of the good lists. I would say this is, 1 out of 10. If I had to give this list uh, a score from 1 to 10, I would say this is like a 6, because it gives you almost everything. It gives you the property address, it gives you the original owner, and then it gives you the buyer, and then it gives you the tax sale date. And it also gives you the map code. It doesn't give you the APN number. I don't know if they asked for that, but it pretty much gives you all the information you would need in order to file excess proceed. The reason why I wouldn't say this is a 10, because it doesn't let you know if they've filed it or not. One of the biggest things I've noticed with Georgia is that Georgia, a lot of them require you to file a motion. Like I was looking at this one, I was getting really excited. Was it? No, where is it? Right here. This is another county, but that's not what I wanted to show you guys. I wanted to show you guys the excess proceed list. Oh, by the way, if you guys are interested in Henry County, you can do the bid online, but this is in person. But you can get, do you see right here, it says bidders must register online before the tax sale begins. You do have to have that filled out. And you do have to take it, and they're saying you can do it online, which that is pretty nice, because some places you have to go there and actually fill it out. Like they have a form here, so you can't take it down the day of, but I would do it online. It also says no personal checks. This is also important to know, and they're also saying that it has to be in money orders or certified checks, and it has to be for each property. You have to have a specific check for each property. These are some of the things you would want to know before you go investing. But I'm sorry, I'd be getting off track. I wanted to talk about this excess proceeds here. I really like this list because it gives you pretty much everything. It gives you the parcel ID number. This is another county, by the way. This is in Georgia. And I was like, I would I would give this list almost a 10. I would say like a 9.5, because it gives you the owner's name, and it gives you the address, and it gives you the parcel ID. But what I really, really, really like is that it lets you know if it's redeemed or not. So some of the counties are updating. Not a lot of counties do that, but I do like this because you can actually see what's available. And you also can see if it's been collected or not. I stay away from Georgia overages or excess proceeds, simply because, like for this particular county, you do have to file a motion, and on their website it does say don't call for legal advice, and they don't have claim forms, so don't even call and ask. So for all the Bob Diamond students, I don't know if they teach you, well, Bob Diamond is an attorney. I feel like that is his angle. For all you students, this is a good county for you. If he teaches you how to go and find attorneys to do this, this is a good place to start. But of course you would need an attorney, and you would do all the work, and then the attorney would get the majority of the proceeds because they're filing the paperwork. Anyway, I just wanted to kind of show you the difference between the two lists, because um, it, like this one just doesn't let you know if it's redeemed or not, but they do have a lot of the information that you need. I just stay away from Georgia, like I said, because most of the time they require attorneys. You do have to file a motion, and then in also some of the counties you also have to show up in court. So it really eliminates a third party individual like me, like how I go after excess proceeds. I do it on behalf of the claimant, where I feel like a lot of counties in Georgia, first of all, do not allow third parties, and a lot of them require you to file through an attorney or with an attorney. So anyway, that is my 2 cents on Georgia tax deeds and overages. Happy investing. If you guys have any questions, please drop them down in the comments. And if you have anything or topics you would like to say, please drop those in the topics as well. If this was helpful, please like, please subscribe, also share. Thank you.